Ere adeshmama yamamu nyina akwaba eba Sompa 106.1 FM, Sompa TV 31 TV and afi Sompa FM live YouTube. Ye Sompa radio stations ni nyina ye demo live. Ye church bu nyina ema mo official pabiem na eye for God and country ejumedie eso enie ene de yede ebramo ne de eye sonko kra ane eye sonko enke nsuo esanse yesi afoforo mu na nanwa dan ye kodi duma fest afahye nyame ya dom yaye bibie wie Sompa media ni nyina ene eye fabo ye ebo edi bibia ekoso nyina edi bremo na yedane di echremo nipa na ohyase nipa enam no so ama sa duma fesa fashe etimi eba yede ne ba kasafidie so ma ye ne twetwe nkomo ema ne kyeremu na yewie ne de e wose yede no esa so si nkonya na fe yehwe way forward niema ekoso wo bra duma festa fashion no ekoso no wi a na ode nase de ama Ghana fo sanse monka ho bia dwumedie no ka anye dwumedie kai semidi ene obapa nana ya ka chwe wuchia me ya from tim de hima Dollarman David de na Facebook no esonti omodi ase obejoin your Facebook and afi YouTube no Sompa FM live your TV and afi radio stations ni nyina senebidi kankan ye no ye demo live na senebidi kan kan ye no ene ye ne Ayebiafo Nana Ayebiafo Jnana ena ye ne no eba betwetwe enkomo anano ada wo ye enkomo twetwe mu no obo niema mienu miense bi kire mi no mienu ya e wose ene no afia yesi mo no ye tweben no na odomusuko na mienu mienu ye nyamu nchemo sanse nana de obeke bia no eye adwuma sawore 2025 afi etwe mu a nkomsha we ye beka se nye nkomsha we prediction ai de okai ni nyina ebem nti eba ne se e wose Ghana fo mpanifo ye tweben papa yi sanse de obeka no enye ya no mu de bia sofo de bia wo mu etwa ntro wahu de eni mu kra no wo mu kan obi bewu ni ade but nana de ne de no ente sa ntene yasi nkonwa no ye ne nana ebedi nkomo de afa oman Ghana na afi ewiase nyina boni ebeka se forecast ai enti ye ba bedi nkomo de afa ho mamenko na me manana akwaba na ye nhyase nana official pebio
I think this is the second time yes
Ebacho omoye die
oh nyankopon da roma
first afashe ko ye
duma first lebenka that's how omoye die
erade adum
yeah good
but mama nkai tie for say ene ye obi pass no ye 12 techiman ye kan say na number techiman na say but ye 12 techiman e na ye de aba bepie mu e won kran na na fie e na ye wei wabobra Makana how many times wabobra ai nti nana yaba ene yaba ofie ya toa wo ofie minim se unansi kwanso awoko baby but one my time ni bi ese ye no endi enkomo ye ni asogie pa na ene ye ba bedi nkomo e de afa forecast global forecast anase ye beba Ghana so de kakra but ye be hwe wiase mu e de nyina obi bebusa se oba pa global forecast anase Ghana's forecast e ye de nya ye kasa de ye patokasem ba ye de betwi mu na ye de ade a
bedase ahima nyankopon enka ho na omo ahoden so na afia yesimi woni wadwumayfo ni nyina mo nyina mo ntimi die amen de atia ne se afi bia aso a na me babo ntimi obibi a me ya eboa enkrofo emo hu de besi omanim e wa afi no
okay
said de be ya omo ye businessmen on person omo ye investment no be hu ba bia omo de omo investment e befa ebi mzukura o ha omo pomuden said de besi akọ no ho anamon betu ebinum ya mo waresem there are many normal amanfo bebrebe no etwan enya me predictions na ansa na omatu omanamo na de etie ne se ye akwan maako enum a yetimi ehu daachi asem ante atimi esi
okay
edin kan na ya efense prophecy no de ka se prophecy ene se nyankopon e ka bibi a kyerɛw se me ba ochina chi we ne besi eno prophecy nyame ankasa be ka kyerɛw na mum no one kasa na wo ye the medium na ye kasa fa mu no ese se hunhunu se kasa na wo te ne nyame na eka na se honhom bi na eka there are so many asofo a omote nsem na wo be ka obonten be emfiri nyame because nyankopon kwa na kasa wo sunsum ye other form of spirit a omoso ye den ekasa nti se hunhunu mu no endimu yi a wo betimi ate ene bi a wo de beto abonten nyame na eka so de nyankopon na eka na ye honhom bi na ekasa kire wo nti edi nkan na ye friend say prophecy etoso mienu no ye friend vision. Say the vision and say dream, but say the dream the wada and I was on the vision in the be a one night. What one night be a wood when you are sign no. The bit mu beach roma who no may be a bit me essay. But one thing is say all vision or vision be no. Said you'll be huno and yes I actually I won't in chili moon.
Wow.
Until man is it so her Bible must say can say or so full be a prophet be a young couple nipper. I just say when you vision, say your boy and number be and number and what and maybe say kumnadi. Or say a one take because you're Jew in a Jew for your nama or Mundi. And then they say now wonder why I mean young couple idea matter who say a one day. The Bible story and say a coba 3 times when you're mini payendi. The idea channel papa no. Na young couple can actually be a gentile my memory be say on corner young couple ni pay a monasu. Till that time, you know, Jew for the Gentiles no monka. Nti obi a ono Nyankopon e ka che ne se kona makoa emo wasu no sunumpo. Nti okoko wa no ni pani fi kwan so no se o Nyankopon o se menkasa no nyame de kan yi a kire me. Nti no ne vision no mu ohun se nama ye se ho nte no. Na gina ho ma Gentile mama mu ni a o ne Jew for no o monka. Okay. And nti no ubenya vision clear but na ne meaning na nkasa wo ho nye se de ohun na na te. Nti no na ye vision no etoso mensa and then predictions. The predictions no are based on the movement of the moon, the sun and all the other planets.
No.
Anyame bi na yi a kire Nyankopon chiche yi mu no wa true bibia de ato. I to say lawyer onim Ghana mera pa yi no. Oni ne nya asem na mo kokota. Or the Ghana constitution no betimi adibem e wa abra bi mpa na asem enye de because onim de wi Ghana mra na fa so ye adwuma so prediction no sere Nyankopon bo oni wi ase na tie no ye wo mra bi a hye ho saa mra no na predictions no ede na di nti from day one Nyankopon bo wi ase ene kopim da wi ase be say information bi a be hia no it's already there nti nya afei na obi ba be yi a kire na mo obi ono ya astrologer or ya Mexican obi onim sa science no wo de ya ne say obey drawings wey calculations no wo betimi ehu de say isi de hwade tetepa no na akwasi broni enya ma ha no na nanom say 1 month esia say first second third agosi say month de be say o say bosome baako de enti na mo friend bosome baako ne say bosome ni movement no and then normally calculated days. Until the more so many a move no. A bit of her a transitive was on point, a bit of her at intertwining, any all that in and one in some then. Eka. And then you know, those of us now predictions and not forecasting no. So science in Isuya. Now we have to be our on a number. We have to be our on a star. So all that kind of Bible more you can story be said Yawu Yesu no. And yansafo bi eno mo fira puye eno mo hu se ya wo hene bi yeden e wo baby the Bible say omudi nsono na chi saa nsono man the brother for star nti omudi stars na chi saa until say o ma be pie wo Bethlehem nti o me obi bia o hwe no wo no ankasa na star e na afi bia so wo na star nti onim star na wo be hunu de ewom de ye ne de enya nyina ewom nti to so me ensane ne the predictions or forecasting nti eno na me ye no etoso 9 no your friend dreams die ye mo bebre o ha ye die kapa obi o so die say we be see am pa cha 2-3 days na si nti die na etoso 9 akwan fa so yetimi hu da cha asem ansa na timi asi de twato aye num no friend say omens no eye normal bi a ye environment eyi kira ye hu all the time. For instance una mo a bi a wo drive obehwe na mo bebre free unsa bi nkum na mo konifa na mo crosso na omo cross so e wo de kire so omo firi benkum e na ekọ nifa ana omo firi nifa na ekọ benkum e wo de kire hwe eto da wote hwa se wani wi ase popo odo so be keka so na ka so popo bibia so nto so se eye nifa e wo de kire se ye benkum e wo de kire
Nana we dey wada o manka bie no so kire because every time
yes
me say I heard for
yes eto da bo se won say ase etwetwetwu say
sir
obeya ho di go de
sometimes so nine so
ebi so won nine eto da won nante ya kakra bi no na apoi kakra na apoi ana eto da ofa ade na to fom ni nyina no ye fe no omens nti sa no manum we so no ni nyina no ametimi hu da achen asem nti meme de me ye no nye prophecy enye nyankopon bi na say jana bi punu we me bi punu na akonya kese bi si ho na opete bi to no watu oti ya na me di na chi asiko hie enye ni bia enye ni bi na me ye there enye ni bia we know your predictions are it doesn't fail unless we calculation na bia obey mistake so one your mistake me ni aba en fail nti me wa sem bia make am say the stars do not lie. The stars. So be our follow me ache. I've been doing this for many years. Every year be a you see afini mu ana maye. Me ye ni penti me ntimo nkasa me ye perfect. Ba o ka say me ma me ho say me yearly forecast no percentage here ma me ho kwa 98%.
Because don't wanna year.
Oh yeah, 2025 there me kind there's no one single thing you see 2025 man ka ho asem. And 25 even COVID about 2020. Coming about 2020, I predicted that the whole world economy was going to collapse. One of the TV channels, me and a third team something, and I remember I said, me really comment to people against insulting. So later now COVID no manifest, you know. That's what I refer to that same comment. So the third said, idea, you're very expert with it when it comes to predictions. And in the end, so yeah, my platforms, so transformations, you know, may forecast of the year. Now, a lot of people were waiting for my forecasting because they make you don't because Hana, men as a human American. Now they are possible. But when the star says it because you follow stars in the channel, we say it and it happens. Donald Trump, before so be president, the first time I predicted that. You can check online. Actually, you lose the elections. From 2021, I kept on predicting every year say Donald Trump was coming back. Until say 2024 by Joe Biden, I said they say this man will not go for the second term. Now Obama the better replaced. At that time, now Joe Biden Obama say he was still contesting. At the end of the day, some few weeks to the election time was meant to go view. They see what Donald Trump and Elon Musk in term. I said it. And to quite see Gaza and Israel for term. I predicted it. Long before the time, Ukraine front I predicted that. So there's no one single thing. I am major thing is we are forecasting and can was. So this year, so I gave 109 different kind of normal ABCC where I feel, and I made a few ones to be about Ghana. To be honest with you, Metro be about NDC and MPP, and I'm better than right. But me what kind of comment in be the little that I said about Ghana. Me hear a man for at home didn't I say I will not even say anything about the election anymore. Because the thing say all this while me hear forecast na me about Ghana. Because Ghana for don't know mu ade. Yeah. Because say o can say be especially about politics not the nipa and kwa manepa. The next nipa be some of kaya yeah ba to about 2024. And Ken and ba me no call mo primaries no. So we yeah Ankoyi ama Lancash na nebu fuye no kote the party. Also be independent. Ken, according to sources no, he wanted to. Because no feel say almost see no crime be so. I did Facebook live and I make a me need number. Me need any connection be a bet. On here na wanko independent until MPP no. Na otena MPP no wi a na ye to aba no wi 2024 na e ho no be hu di nti a obekte me maso me kana se. Someone said contest abedu ono and about mientema no. So there's every possibility say so to no normal year obeden obetimi afomako. I'm not saying so never win but I'm saying to no normal year because they back on say 70% of normal bisi wa brabo we mun untimi change. Your destiny, you can't do anything about it. But 30% of our destiny can be averted or can be maneuvered. I didn't know. I did obey me. So only now crying out to one crying. Yeah, change it. Yeah. So I am not saying say he is the one who's going to win, but the American say to 20 normal year or every chance to lead the MPP.
Okay.
And I remember say before 2024 election, I said it's on here. Now one co-independent on the MPP. That is when he will understand the Indian meeting for 7 months. See, these things that I have been doing for many years, it doesn't feel. But like I said, I'm a human. Timmy can say 100%. Ebi abako mi be anko yi, but okay, I'm saying 98%. Distinction. Yeah. So said no yeah no so hands we say be go through kakra na ya amount for baby some of the points. A dozen because now I'm taking about 2 hours 30 minutes. So I did what to be to me I dey summarize no na bobo so na mo follow me so mo who say these are the things no BBA intimate to no especially about the investment no money no because ya say we do ska bakosha di mu na bakoshe na hu na mo wutu afa honti. I think that we will do that here today.
Okay nti ebusia nana wa chechirem kakra wo bi eni so akere yen because me never your first interview no na nkofo frebe adena wa nana wa maye adena wa nana nka na mso emre me bosho nana ka chem se minya botere ene mre ni emre no na aduro internet yesi nkunya no nana ebe cheche ni nyina mu to the tabuchuku na tie ye nana fe yen chase free
amanone okay
asana ya ba
mate the say na ya na me forecast no afibia what the number afibia and afibia what number bia so or planet and na e controls a number no so we mistake na hu number kro na hu planet to number no na hu the positive and negatives are you should be able to predict what is going to happen
yene na de wo che de ya no mo mpeke wo yi
ntina aya na me forecast no me twan ma omo ye omo prophecy ni wi answer because me can say first no na me ye before December.
Okay.
But children say once more kind na so for me ko so dem the same thing obeka. So I stopped giving my predictions before say you on be your 31st in we are 2 days time no. Na me so my prediction. And why you dey wi nti me nim how obefa da ko hye mu back. Yeah. And how do you say obi pick what they I mean ye nipa nti no obi sua firi obi ho. But a question did to the idea of verbatim and shada and more bebre. To my mention what this year no 2026 no. Numerologically no number 1. And at the way number 1 they say in astrology and in numerology no you can say a number or back numbers in idea boom copy 1 decimal figure. Until 2026. The 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 no try 1 0 until by 1 plus 0 1. So 2026 is number 1. What do I say? But even though 2026 is number 1, and your number 1 when they be influence wa full so. 2 na ho e be influence. And a 6 na wo mu be influence. And a 1 akeka mu nto no 261. Ni nyina be influence. But number 1 on the predominating influence kese ya be nya e wa afi we mu.
Okay.
The ban say now there are few things that matter. So okay, number 2 number 2 on the good side and you say harmony and cooperation. So diplomacy, sensitivity, intuition, cooperation, peacemaking, support and patience. Ni nyina no positive side number 2.
Okay.
Over the negative side na indecision. Obi ontimi nsi na adwen pi. Over emotions. Say obi ontimi control emotions. So you know person ya ontimi control no ho bibi eba no bi ana wa ontimi hye no ho so. Yes. And your timidity, fear. Okay? Dependence. I say we don't be for too much. And I feel so fearfulness. Okay? And easily influencing. Say bibi ani a obi timi hye so. Obi timi nya tumi wo so ntentem. And a control and a depression.
Wow.
Yes. And it means this year depression. Because of both man and women, because the negative trait of number 2 now depression on a benya a instance okay say pa will be so that is will be na ubenya the negative aspect of number 2 no you should express I know my bobo din nyina and about number 6 and so and say a nurturing and responsibility then the positive traits compassion, loving, responsibility, harmony, protection, community oriented and a healing to nyina so they are a far number 6 a positive nti obi bia na number 6 no benya positive influence was no compassion or loving or responsibility any dem bobo so no and the negative aspect self righteousness as say o dem me ho te sin obi a o me chen obi a that kind of thing as obu hu sin obi a and no the negative side of number 6 and jealousy I say we have to be a jealous one and so people will be very stubborn until the negative side of number 6 until you 2 and 6 but okay can you add the boom 2 2 6 number 1 now number 1 and the major influence will be that's negative both the positive and the negative okay. The number 1 no your leadership and independence okay until this year and I'm saying number 1 leader be obey independent now undependent on any other person so leader no obey wow so one more example for instance Ghana decided say this year you depending on IMF you depending on World Bank you depending on anybody we want to get our own resource from Ghana the government will be successful
Nana what shall say will be sana
I think that you see because of Duma facility me present on social media a little bit limited I feel my banana very no more but with this if the government is able to become independent of any external forces the government will be successful in 2026 because the thing is when you become dependent in this year it means that ubenya the negative aspect of number 1 the banana wouldn't mean to know everything about your nation will fall down so leaders must listen today because we are talking about leadership that does not depend on others especially on external support and external help okay number 1 know your leadership and independence to be your leader this year no as oye pioneer be say odi ani mukan zaban na pese MPs no any ministers no obi bia anya corrupter as no di kan okay but no she baby no ekululu a oye dey own team control no because this year no you should be a pioneer as a leader then the people following you no be bia tini adiwachi as very courageous obi bia no be a good leader this year na so onya akokoduro as very courageous say sa na courage ni ntin obetimi led oman na akoba bia say or do omunyina akọ and as very innovative ono an otimo tena say plan no man no ma ben person o ye makuro no say innovation ni mu a this year as a leader no be failing so a leader who is able to sit down to be innovative to be creative to say ade bi obi anya bi da e okuro num na what tena say ye issue we I think say ye say be ye wa bra obi anya bi no eno na be boa mo watimi aye a good leader afinum and that's very ambitious so ade bi na would see when for the government and say obey a big push obey we only very ambitious on that say we am say me no say me cause na me so ambition no ebeboa every leader be me na die and that's why very confident say the person we nyina no wogidi wo mu say no more we na me ebeboa ntino o tu hwana mo and that's why very original you can say original and originality and say obi only fake say or can we now why different no the obeka you should do it and the obey no normal work such a leader no be successful in this year and when you very very careful say be selfish oh you person kunya enkobo and then the leader should have strong will so all these things are positive normal we are ebema umpanyin die no atumi akoyie but you hear the emwo why the negative side of number 1 number 1 egoism ni ahantan ahomaso so obi ani ego e wo so dodo obi aka bibia wuntie why tan bibia be kan bia wuntie emwa eno egoism na dominance o pese o she obi a so o pese o control obi a onya ready say obetie nkrofo asem the obeka ye final no that dominance nature no ye the negative side of number 1 leader bia na o pese o dominate would listen to people no ni leadership no enye den enko yi ewa afiwe mu aggression say abufuo I say President Trump or the call Venezuela president. I'm telling people say this is not the first one. A basic to Colombia president will be taken out. Cuba president will be taken by the same by President Trump now. Because aggression, the negative side of number one, it's a key effect in him, and he will do it. Because aggression. So this year, Ghana and Africa have 3 major coup d'etats in Africa. 3 in Africa because of aggression. Ghana for party, we did it. I'm not going there.
But Nana make it over Ghana, do you?
And I make us say cool no be Africa. To make Africa, I'm cook Ghana by Africa.
Oh, Nana, there will be no worker.
No, see the way I'm telling no. See, I tell him, yeah. But see, my makeup be benchlow. At times there are some people who not or more. We have repercussions. Okay. And if you know yourself, now when you say I'm on for anything, I know munya and so bonne. When you be a man for an abitiao. So at the end of the day, I said, "Who now war for some amount with tiao now will be nyasem." So I don't really want to be doing that kind of thing.
You better after way no because deep phobia or woman, sure say what is her, lady be aqua kind of once on social media. Deep for no a day and sa and they soda water near their dip.
Abodia. Oh, I said no. We will go there. Mate. Until the member channel say at times you know my forecast na my tro share my main venture. Shadewa. Let me just give you this. On we na you this year there but I say prediction for Ghana. Yeah. Say but why didn't member say making kind? Because say a PV way my mom for be a can be uncle and na no betia. Obebre you suffer just for doing that.
Nana now person say o can be na se nipa ne no enyadwe na so kaseti awa. There are some people who are not too more obenya money. Okay. What am I say? There are some people in this life where they are very humble, they try their best not to offend people. Bibi any among complaining. Such people no so when you know not too more obenya repercussions. So at times I don't want to do things that amount for an bit because I know myself. And me and all that because me feel it's those things and it doesn't really help. Okay. As a mystic, okay. You don't need to be doing those things. I mean, you should have the heart to accommodate normal being. But so we are there. A true mystic. People will get automatic and that's a spontaneous reactions. And at times I don't want to be being a cause of somebody going through some difficulty. I do forecasting, I do Ghana at times. I don't want to talk about Ghana. But what about I will see maybe we will say 1 or 2 things about that. But I think you know say that America no. Number about 1. The one no America say the negative side on egoism and a dominance, aggression. So na me say hand time our person should be so and aggression before you think to cut now be say you could train everyone. This energy will a bit rude this year. Then America say in Africa, you better experience 3 different kind of coup d'etat in Africa because leaders will be so much full of ego, and they would like to dominate. Unless they dominate, aggression it will force them to try and control other countries and other regions. And papa and conquer ba you are say away. Now yes, I don't I think so. Very selfish. The leaders now are egoistic. Now they want to dominate. Now aggression will move. Very selfish people. To all you don't found they may you know. Say be quite years they don't care. And lonely and isolated. Say they want to trauma you know. A bit baby no countries now be a better than Munyana no the person. No more. Yes, because I said you one here one to power or because Okuasuja focus I say wedding. You know, he will be lonely and he will be isolated. So that's what is going to happen every year. No? But the other say number 1 no, is ruled by the sun. So when number 1 is ruling, now you have the negative side, the positive side. No? Now you have to go and look for the positive and the negative of the sun. Because sun no anyone in the rule after.
What the name I see yeah you know as of for be the way on big times me show my be am them try na me stre there's a more you have to have it most of the way Muslim can go obua because you onim see sponsor that message to me until whatever I'm going to tell you basically will be answer no me my foundation be ku free ngeta me see o ntoka be see ha we be see ha then I'm talking be see because the leaders will be having that kind of dominance energy. Aggression cannot be controlled. And normally are very selfish. Because of that, they want to do ABCD. Because the son is ruling, number one is ruling. Until no leader no yet dominant or person control be no. Now or what to me or to me control for no. Okay, say or about so attack what easy. You know, we don't tell you say when you be without we giving you foundation. To the moment we know a foundation. Me born no ma 109 IBC wa fimu. I mean, no me be see we be as be bro sir. But time no. That's what I was able to mention yesterday. Until remember will be so but you go through that. And now when it comes to the son, no, the son also represents leadership. So the number one is leadership on the son. And so the kind of we are no homa healing. And into this year, Ubehunu say, ya dia akoya kona. You be in your home draw a fee. To work make cancer, make HIV class, HIV on the vaccine, and on anti-aging vaccine. Vaccine a while. Who tell you when you cry fresh? We are brand about on this year because the sun is ruling. What I say, and you know, some of these things, they ain't in a way they be see. These are the foundational. So these are all things. And our bad fear, dear, a bear predominating, a bear rampant, and just say I didn't be in hole. A be bad feeling, and a bear rampant. Why? Because the sun is ruling. And the negative side of the sun, no, so yeah, dear, Mebo Bosibi. We know man come on my platform and say, but I want to say it. And then, yeah, dear, this year, a bit predominating number one, heart issues. A bit too much. The reason is that the sun is ruling, and the sun carries aggression energy. Until you say, what one of sure. Now I come about pam. That aggression in the sun, no. Will affect you. So this year, you bring so much issues that have to do with heart issues, and a second eye problem. Oh, say we have to okay say yeah. Say the year when you know. Okay, we know you when you put the so the negative side of the sun will cause problem in the eye for many people. Until you bring eye issue, kese. We say. Number two, headaches. It's yadie. Once at one we are so the negative side of the sun will cause serious headache, migraine this year, and a high blood pressure because aggression will be there, because of the ego will be there, abufu over emotions. You know, a many parkoma and found she in terms of blood pressure. I come no this year about cause kese, and then bone weakness. Nti yadea wonum pem this is the arthritis and yadea doctor san say atika no this year the mama kesem bongu say how many na me record e wo hospital ho because sciatica no ne bone problems na in this year and so yadea be cause kese pa and afin so no amamfo dem say number one deal with ambition to be bia be workaholic obi person ye adwumaden say no a lot of burnout as we adwuma bre ahu de oyo ho so these are things that this year will be ama nani a also but my main corner can feel number one normal a bit me experience within the world to the mature has here much say 109 predictions of the world in 2026 until number one no say the economy of the world will be in turbulence due to the AI bubble. There will be over investment in AI that will cause radical stock falls. There will be a huge adjustment in AI stocks. It will not be a huge disaster because the economy will recover. And they say we are saying baby economy. Obi be your investment kasi biya ni your AI, artificial intelligence. Obi ya. Now what difference AI bubble? What they say investment ni na be kwa ko gina fa ko sika na gina fa ko ni e tware no ho. Nti entimi enye se bi onka even say obaga na ha be real estate. Omo sisi adan na so omo nyo musika ebi omo so omo de oil ebi omo ye oil no so omo nyo musika omo de IT nti sika ba ko na ekọ ha na akọ ha nti eno ara na ama oman na ekọ so be ko ba say real estate. Obi biya de nisika be invest in real estate na inse ga me so nisika be oil adwuma no na ma say the real estate na mu so I don't know the be do no yes say dan go be obi anto so that investment na is a bubble no be pie so there are so much investment going into artificial intelligence but e be pie because sika na ekomu no it is not investing in other fields ni na wo artificial intelligence into another day na say mesifie usi bi I say wakokuru bi na obi ye store obi ya fi o store wadi mu nti be du ba bi no bi nto bi de nti why invest was store mu we say invest was store no man na oto na bi na wa hanti no o ma na beto de nti we investment ni na be che sa na be ye
say obedi
yes I don't be no obedi ni na asa so na sika na kasa obi ti na hye and until this year our economy we going to face this AI bubble because companies they say Google for the musika ekoho SpaceX the musika ekoho Amazon the musika obi ya the musika ekoho AI they do baby no all the monies around there they be and can make a SpaceX for na be o man invest so much artificial intelligence more then other companies betimi ato bibia from ho but companies will be any there so at the end of the day no who is going to patronize you so it will be a bubble na pie until starts and say the economy of the world will be in turbulence due to the AI bubble. Number 2, the British economy will suffer because of loss of trust in the UK government. Britain for more economy in the the reason is people in the UK this year they will lose trust our government
Britain for
yes so we be our Britain this year 2026 the person will come and tell us the economy of Britain. The economy of Britain and a good UK a better portal because the citizens will lose trust in the government. Number 3, Canada will also suffer so much economically because of over dependence on export. Canada for some big issue economically. Reason is omo depend so much on export. Until we kwa omo the cars and as oil and omo the we ko US omo the we kwa until no one was that tariffs na Trump oil no. Until be bia na say Canada and US for the digger. Every year normal they call US and quite be about $100 billion. US for say okay before maybe 20% they say they call 50%. Do the normal call about so over dependence on export no affect the economy of Canada in 2026. Number 4, Australia will do better economically because of rare earth metal importation to the US. And the US in turn will have a lot of investment in Australia, including deals. I say, we are seeing in a country almost providing real earth metals. See, you know, say, I no more you know, say electric vehicles, no more money, say real earth metals, no. Do now what China. Now, to corner cost what China, ne, US in regards to a trade war, no, say tariffs war, no. And into America, we decided say, into me and fire ni to China for or more rare metal and also because you don't mean now your competitors. So mo feel say o ma maya on be trying. So that I am for your Ninkongo Chile before Fred beat me I the anyas rare metals maybe. The next place of Meniano Australia. The America has to say on money or so for a digger. Do music I don't want to China now or Modinia rare metals. So more diverting now say they call Australia. Australia he will do very well economically in 2026. And Australia for who says on has to say almost investing more into the rare earth matter and the mining and manufacturing. So this year, so what check stars and a baby ye dear cost to come upon Australia. The Australian economy will do very well. So people who are in Australia both this year no a Juma who be easy Sikaba content because of say America be focus more attention Australia. The number 5 so say China will economically suffer. Even though they are so strong economically. China is going to kese we are still obi ade omoka. So stars and say China ebe suffer economically. The reason is China omo area omo di omo sika kwese pa ya housing. Nto be kono say adansi this year no stars and say omo housing market no will collapse. Nti sika dodo na ko woni nyina no nse meba ho. And because stars can be about omo president no Xi Jinping no stars and say on be a transplant organ transplant in 2026. So a bit my kidney a bit my of the organs transplant. Now even nipa na omo be enya ne organ no e ho beba nsem I bet you say be a man for compassion no munya nipa no organ na omede koma we no nti ebema a lot of controversy na yi abesi wo China ni na beka ho ama omo economy no will not do very well. Number 6, you know, may say there will be structural decline, signs of loss of control by the Chinese government, and as they lose economic control, they will lose a kind of legitimacy. That is a China as our communist system, no. I say I'm structure, no, has to say a follow. That's an end to me, and people will begin to lose like trust in the government. And so yeah, there I say anymore. Number 7, there will be bond frozen market. Workers not being paid. The housing problems in China will cause so much problems for the citizens. All is due to the massive adjustment to the world economy. Until we China mekano, omo housing market and enkoyi, until be affecting from muskasa, we do workers going into omoka, that kind of thing. No, until be a lot of issues. But number 8, there will be a lot of instability in the oil market globally. Until we are seeing no, you bring issue with oil. Until Ghana is here, baby, you fool, and then you need because the whole world is going to face serious problems with oil. The reason is countries be or more oil, so no, because of the aggression and the dominance nature of the US, they will be attacked. Until they will start them say Venezuela president will be 2026.
Venezuela oil no.
Yeah, oil pa. Until more oil no, you 2 of my ideas where we know. Now America will have control over the oils and best switch off all the pipes for some time. And you know Cuba for binyasem, Colombia binyasem, and Iran so or more regime so you be 2 by nagu. The whole world and be facing serious crisis in the oil.
Nana, what did you say? I don't know my US president oil sanwa.
The thing is the power of dominance. Or but so chill be as a yena yawa or they say you be a win to no. And that is the negative energy from the sun. Dominance. Na nya no ko aggression so wom ntino kukula so for the boy kuruma ya be president de no ko. Untimi nya ho hwe. Because the aggression is there and the power of dominance is there. What I say? And ntino say the make our hano number 8, there will be a lot of instability in the oil market globally due to the problems of Venezuela. And Europe will finally switch off the oil taps. You are there? Europe, ammonia oil the free Russia pa. But this year, to connect also Ukraine, no, this year never end. So President Trump, a bit to me, I broke a peace.
No, I feel a
baby. This is 2026. Now we are there. Kind of 2024, 2026, and I won a baby. Now Russia, the Bible, and the other because we're doing. Na nkunu wadi ni say obenya land bi e wo Ukraine has our land no ye wo mineral resources so bebre wo this is here the say President Putin ebe go through a lot of I say amanfo bubefu no say mtokwani adwen say kokoye ne be say man bi why ya for 3 years that's all. So people will be angry with him. And now no President Trump say okay, if Russia is not ready to stop this war, what we will do is say number 1, yebema omo sanction kese pa. Number 2, obi bia na one Russia for digwa no yebema the secondary sanction. The basa China, India, omo na to oil more no they will be afraid. So now they will not be buying oil on the way no more turn bibi atwam no. Until that will force Putin to accept Trump the deal no. And one other thing is say Europe also almost a lot of oil from Russia and gas and no. Finally no Trump ka say mo na ntokwa na wo mo hwena no. Nti say mo nya madwen say mo no mo ne Russia be gya dia. Be so be gya man ntokwa na koso. So it will force Europe to switch off the taps. Ebana say na Putin any other option but to go ahead and then accept because be ka tell so after all matimi anya area bia abere media cause no there was so many mineral resources was ntino ba bia duru betuma gya ntokwa na ko. So that's what I'm saying. Say there will be a lot of instability in the oil market globally due to the problems of Venezuela. Number 1, Venezuela president will be too there. So US will take control of the oil until we switch it off for some time. Europe will switch it off from Russia until the oil issue no abakese. Number 9, there will be more sanction on Russia. That will slow down China and India's importation of oil from Russia. The other is that sanction will be Russia this year. Na anya get sanction but secondary sanction obi bia na ota there Russia ho no ye be sanction also nti India for and China no more to oils more nti no America for better get your money so they won't have any other option but to stop and a be pushy Putin. I'm an accept a peace deal. And so there will be more sanctions. Okay, number 10. Venezuela oil will be turned off entirely for a period of time. Until you two Venezuela president now America will go in and then he will switch off. David, I will there. Stars and the cast. I'm speaking with confidence because I know the stars. I'm a maker be in area a day or two before I say my Bible Becano, you sit down, you go crab and think of him. I mean, the way we do it, you project out to find out, and someone who need to say, now even Nora, okay, no, papa, Mr. Rahim, 2-3 and more. I was in my meditation because now I hear my life on Nora. Until new information, I was afraid. Yesterday, my video. Yes, just yesterday, I saw revelations. And no.
Ghana now.
We are singing from 2026 to 2030, 5 years. Dangerous. That will be the last time I come here and I guess you free. Serious. In fact, forecast on the metro no later part in October. I think first or second week in November I'm true. But I said do my first until the mania time I'm on the American myself. Normally before I met Bob on the American, I look into it, we project sober reflection on that. It's no upon a new revelation about normal ABC within 5 years, 2026 to 2030. Until you and no one seminar yet to me who they be. Number 10, I'm saying Venezuela no. All oil no will be turned off entirely until oil or no for a period of time. And send actually I say but until call number 11, I'm saying that Northern America will go through a lot of energy crisis. Into call America, North America. Energy crisis because oil and some who affect more lights and this energy crisis North America. Number 12, New Zealand will have huge problems in the housing market. So be very careful about investing in the housing market in that country. Joe said me do you forecast and then we baby because cast spell now information pop out from different places, then you have to just write them down. Until more New Zealand, I'm very careful because more housing markets encounter severe problems. Among four on being invested into the housing market in New Zealand, investment in our best. To Kunusu now, now are very careful. They will obey investing, especially in regards to investing into the housing market. Yaba number 13, I say there's going to be a very, very serious problems in the crypto market. I'm seeing a leading coin collapse, losing about 40 to 70% in value in 2026. They just say, cryptocurrency, nominal stock trading, no. In 2026, coin LDR will be also with a very good, lose 40 to 70% value. This will be the way $1 million and a share more. Ubi to lose 700,000, now could be 300,000 penny. The amount for investment will be wiped out. But how can start? And I bet you say, best around spring. That's the first fall. And I echo the end of summer. There's a September, August, September, how baby. So I also buy another fall. Until more, you invest more cryptocurrency in stock trading. No, you're very careful because this year, no, the online business and that stock trading, no, encounter a lot of problems. Till number 14, I say Bitcoin will suffer massively for a short period. There will be a lot of new regulations in the crypto market due to global instability economically. We are seeing some economics in one. We are so many regulations about cryptocurrency. Bitcoin among for Musevi this year, they will have a serious problem. We will lose a lot of investment our crypto. About 15, I may say the UK has been going through social unrest, but the worst is about to happen in 2026. Duko UK. There has been so many social unrest there. Demonstration this year, West. Careful. System may say there will be so much civil unrest because of migration. That is say we are seeing now. Besha say already. But West. They say amount for mobile equipment. Help you because of Tokwane no be almost cost huntino. The we are say there will be civil unrest. Immigration home. Number 17, the world will go through a lot of civil unrest, protests, especially in UK, in the EU, even in Japan. Japan is coming here, so this year, I was Japan for be has to say, especially in Kremofo. Yes, and stars in the crowd say, Obi ebe sorry with Germany and the Netherlands. Now, Oben who's a Christian. Obeka say, Europe now is being taken over by Kremofo. And until no Christopher in answer. Oba be famous Cassia Pa, we are seeing people do everything the cheap. Obecha says the way as our crusade be shot, no? Something of a sort will start. According to stars in the crowd, no. The way Obe Kasa, Obe abandon of social media as an account, you know, block accounts. ABC 2026. ABC 2026.
Minim say yahwe foni etie for mojo.
Omutie pa. Ade ba ko bia me kan bia me can wie but actually say how is this going to happen? Trump lose the election no. 2016 mwa. Lose the stars and I say Trump even though we lose the election no but Obenya save America and he will come back. Now they ba ko say Trump will have his own social media account. Now social media account no ebe pick a name ebe go into something like religion and be efanyam so 2016 around November when Trump or unveiling social media account the friends say the truth. Yes. Me was account cry also. So me can say stars you come down so because to be honest with you stars no me can but I was asking myself how is it going to be? Trump will lose the election every. The day in Oba be more famous and he is going to have something like a social media a year and or no development app to the truth. The stars on the can seem here. At time we will be our own follow me chairs and I've okay. But go back to 2025. Go ahead and make kind of honor this year, no. Even when you get what they make him. Until stars no and I can no sir. And the bar number me can't do infant. There will be so much. Okay, Maka 17. The world will go through a lot of civil unrest. And Maka 18. I'm seeing a lot of rebellion in the US about immigration through university. You say university for now US and they has say some youth movement be has here because they are not happy. Or muko school we require here the nya adwuma nye. The reason they say AIG adwuma nyina here. So youth movement be has here at universities in US where a lot of demonstration be has here. I know year 2026 year. Now say there will be a lot of religious divisions in the world due to civil unrest against migration, especially against Islam. Until I just say, as a sumun chichimu, everybody we are sick this year, especially in Europe, they will feel say Islam is taking over Europe, so traditional Christian values will start popping out. Something like they may bold in say the crusade in the Behase. There will be a lot of division in religion. We are in 2026. About 20, I say I can see many social tensions against radical Islamism globally. I say, baby, that kind of thing. The whole world, 2026, you know, your best experiences are. But 22, say there will be a major revolution in Iran that will change the perception people have about radical Islamism. The Iran's government, you know, start let's say this year, because revolution can see basic. And the reason in the revolution, they say. Economic problems. So people will be on the street for weeks. I am America for the Omuhubeshim. Ama yetu Iran for Abayanagu. Na yetu Omugua. Oko Iran I was share for any Sunnis. Omina Nkremo for before no monka. But now no, they will try to do things together. I don't know if you say, oh, na Nkremo for kwaya someone kwa anya bad. Because Oko Iran pa say Sunnis in any share for no. O ma ha say omutu na mo no boom. ABC 2026. So there will be a huge revolution in Iran, and that revolution, no, they make a market and see. It will happen. Venezuela beko, Cuba beko, Colombia beko, Iran beko, 2026. We in our stars and account, maybe a mouthpiece. I'm just a medium. Because I believe in the stars. You got 23. And Kamakana say the Sunnis and the Shias, you know, they were lying. Number 24 said Saudi Arabia for Iran for being closer than ever 2026. Number 25 said there will be a serious attack on the Pope, Roman Pope, you know, 2026. Will be by attacking, but will be escape. He won't be harmed, but he will be attacked. I don't know. Stars and I say he's going to be attacked until whatever happens, he'll be a suicide bombing be and BB, but SARS and say he will be able to escape that kind of attack. Until we know number 25. 26, let me say there will be a rise of traditional Christian values in Europe due to the problems of Islam. Tell America Europe has say, oh, yeah, Christopher, and has an end day when they are Christopher. Do be crowd class, so be a better 10 years, the person want to go to church. They do Christian Day, or you want to celebrate it because all Christian values, I say with Europe because they want to face Islam. We basically 2026. 27 said there will be a rise of an extreme traditional Christian speaker from Netherlands or Germany who will call for the ban of Islam in Europe. Tell America no obi I say obey a Christian speaker. Our a very radical one. Obe kasa den say yam man kremosum take over in Europe ha. The yam banning kremosum in Europe ha. I will be so many following but every day no you be banned the crowd on social media. You be see our 2026. Number 28, may say, I see a lot of religious conflict in 2026 due to the rise of traditional Christian values globally. Until a Christian for better your mom say no, Kremofo ya give us nafa. The moment pay ya home. There be a lot of religious problems. I then Abba. And on the 20, I may say Gaza peace deal not trauma will hold, but Hamas will refuse to disarm. And this son is that has a bomb West Bank or Bombay, Lebanon, or Bombay, Syria, and Houthis, or because why. The Middle East, generally, will go through turmoil, and I'm not seeing a Palestinian state. Say we are seeing a Palestinian state, but this year, is that for Macquarie. 31, the West Bank will become the main point of contention as series of attacks and counter-attacks will be recorded. To call West Bank, be Israel for say your media, and a Palestine for say your media. Ntino Kohana, Israel for her, and Arab for the I be the focus. Ntoka saying na ebe until every time say Islam for no ma to bomba kotowa na Israel for na wuro makuku nkrofo until ebe koso 2026 is because ana stars eka.
Okay, Ebusia, we my di na media because we know stars and womo ene nana edin komo until was said yedi na yetie de owoka and send ye wogide e wodi bono and stars no ebeye adwuma because the obeka bia no eye adwuma nti se wuti a wodi kan abobɔ ne ma bia me no mie no si eye a ahwe be haye afi nti sandi mani nyina e wo se ehye no so because ebetimi ahaye na yeye no se de wo se yeye na etimi eboa ya brabo obobo se afi mu so no ya de bebre ebeba ene asiatica nti 21st for nyame ya adomu a na se bemu dia e ba cho emfa nko ba bia Fabra 21st clinic e ho de ye be sane etu ase maka cho se ye no nyame ene de ache ye siatica yade no se oto ase nti no fa oto ase ene onan ko onan ase ne ade no o de kɔ ne agyenegyene no o de ba 21st awaso be ye hye enti afi siatica ne banko ade a but siatica de da so wo e wo ba ko bi wo hu nana say ebeye mu timisero eya now the about 21st clinic enye siatica nko a e no boss so yade bia o say high blood pressure mojamroso eno so eni yade e na fei bone won nkasei no mpemu yade ni nyina o de ba 21st clinic a ye betu ase e de amount your branches no e 15 across country Ghana has say a 15 tie doso pa baby obeko bia obehu 21st clinic ene Accra has say your tantra here run about what more and obehu yem techiman obehu yem nkranza kumase sunyai takwa de 15 branches there wa nkasa imagine a doso enti se wo hwe me na wo tie me na wo dodo de ma nkoyie e woni pedua mu ope baby a obeko ama yasaw yade ne etu ase de a ene 21st clinic je number we aya wa Fred doctor na yade bia ha wo no woni nni nkomo obeboa no wetu ase number no 0540311311 0540311311 we 21st clinic your number no da no number na ye use no ye nsesa no eno na ye use nto Fred doctor na webusa ne se ehemfa na menya branch ne bi ye be kire obi bia wo bia no ye be kire branch awokwa wo benya na watimi asa oho yade mama sanko nana hono na yento so nana onkomo die in fact eye me dan kasa yesua de pa se nyama yekoso in fact David entina me kase ena wo nana wo de no eye different because eye din and sa ena wo chirechirem ba won de so fu bi ba ya we bewu eno on the pressure eto nkrofo so we bewu ni ade oni chiremu bia e de entina nipa ni bewu but nana de no
ye chirechirem wanya de enti ebesi
what dey kind my foundation no wo enti eno no wo ti ase yie say anti we ni we ena ebe ma we yesi no
yes
sanity nti we ena ye papa no me ba twa
say ka say se bibia nkoka pepa enye trede nti aka mo se papa ye trede ne wo ba bi free nti wo say assume say match to say say Xi Jinping na yare se mu na pom den be ko fom den tia because obenya transplant
yes I watch them
and we do 32 they say Lebanon, Yemen, Syria will still have attacks and counter-attack from Israel. These are still now because we attack Hezbollah for Houthis and Syria because we are 2020. Say, like I said previously, there will be a serious revolution in Iran due to economic collapse, water and food shortages, and certain amount of dislike of the regime. Then you come. Aduane ko be si wo Iran no ebema demonstration kese esi wo Iran for weeks revolution kese pa eno na ebema omo regime no aiden will be toppled down America for be wuram akose no ma ho to we ba ho so mo say regime no be yatu na de so na bibi e bi kura supreme leader no ko badwina ko che ba bi to now somebody else and stars and say your wo hini bia or your prince or your Iran ni or exile minimum din because stars no man in details say you two abani gua obeko back to Iran no kwa obe very famous ko dum obia be di nachi ono ko da nchen a say a young man abranti bi be sore na an old woman be sore on be timi up in Iran a ebe ma do na tu adi o machi we nyina no stars the can say esre esre because say a young person a man and an old woman will frontier so be dikan ama ma ho do na adi o machi and then which a prince be or Iranian or exile, which I don't know the name, or come back to Iran after say the regime has been collapsed, or qua do na bedinachi.
Wow.
Serious. That's number 33. So Iran government, so they kind of Venezuela, it be tuna there so Cuba, Colombia. And Iran and starts and say or leadership in 2026 it will collapse. Me can say because it starts in Eka. Okay, to your call number 34 now. The supreme leader of Iran will be gone in 2027. Supreme leader of Iran or opening power that supreme leader no almost say obeko in 2027. Now me who no bibi to say adie I said apomden enkoyi into bitimi afiri mu. Then I say he will gone. Me can say na coded because we will be abewu. They normally me who be a fool who and can I name but also he will be gone in 2027 until 2026 but here tuna there so no na pomudin share no when he passes is an old man the 2027 starts and say he is going to leave 35 they say an Iranian prince the American or king who is in exile will return to Iran and receive cheers from the masses the Iranian be or not be or a princess or he will go back after the regime has been toppled 36 and I say if you check my previous forecast I predicted that Iran will have a new flag that will happen in 2020 last year stars and I can say Iran BBC will have my change your flag stars we say BBC 2026 and it is your flag we say Ghana flag but here be asam can be a BBC Ghana hana binding this be wa say we change Ghana flag BBC Iran 2026 and 36 let me say if you check my previous forecast okay and I'm can say 37 there will be two people who will become very powerful in Iran a young person and an old lady nti I saw aberwa man panyim kakra and abrante bia omo na be very powerful or popular Iran after say two abandoned guru number 38 Syria will be rebuilt due to the elimination of sanctions from the Western world. This is Syria, no? It said the Western world has a sanction in the free. The Dominions can be ultimately building or 39. No? There will be an extension of the Abraham Accord that will include Syria and other Arabic nations. Don't say America for you, different Abraham Accord. Middle East, the Israel for any Arab for any be this year starting to see Syria be joining and other Arabic countries be joining this accord. Number 40, the Ukraine war will come to an end in 2026. I predicted it in my previous predictions that will happen in 2026. Like I said, Russia will keep some land with natural resources and claim victory. Putin will be forced to accept peace deal to end the war because there is a lot against him in Russia. I'm saying, will be against him now because nobody say war no come 2 months to be away. For a harm, so already they are against him, and into no but maybe land be a big lander, your natural resources was because you need to and truly when you be a at the end of the day, no part of your country I could anywhere. Even though we're losing so many soldiers in here, the because store now when it starts on the case, Bibi Sano will happen in 2026. Number 41, I say Russia armament factory will be targeted by a clandestine move by Ukraine. The Ukraine soldier for no, baby Russia for more weapons be one on befa kwam so bomb na be big news pa will be say. Yes, baby more weapons, armament, weapons on the corner. Baby see Ukraine for no on betimi afa kwam kutu kwam bi so etimi afa a bomb e hono. 42 they say there will be a fallout between Russia and China. A kind of conflict, not military. The China and Russia only close pa. But there will be a fallout. China and Russia are more closeness no better take a crack. And question to come on back. But I say market be China will interest whom Russia will interest whom. There be more ammonia some tension a crack. 2026. Before the time say India will stop buying Russia weapons. India for Russia don't want weapons in free. Stars and this year they will stop. Ningina just say you secondary sanction. Obi be no Russia edijano. So they will stop buying weapons from it. And I say both the Russia and the China leaders, they all having declined health issues, which will be very obvious in 2026. I said Xi Jinping and they put in more health and you're very good. And about the news, I'm a month for to say they are not doing very well. So they say Xi Jinping start and say obey a transplant, a kidney and any organ transplant in 2026. Number 45, Venezuela government will fall in 2026 through the cartels or the US. Because the cartels of Venezuela, drug cartels, no more. The stars and they say the government will fall, and I say cartels in the bay and I say US for the bay. There will be a new government in the country which will have some difficulty from the beginning. That is that Maduro government in the good year, new government on the ban will bring a lot of difficulties. But later, Sika, ni bibi abekonte be man no matimi aye den aye fine e wo kuro nu. And number 46, me say Cuba will go through major problems after the Maduro government in Venezuela. The Venezuela to amani go we na Cuba for na be do so be brɛ pa. Then a complete change in Cuba will happen in 2026. The Cuba government will be brought down. There will be an attack on Cuba because of a secret Chinese base. You know, the America for attack Cuba and say, Ombenya intelligence say China for a military base in Cuba. A idea see will be enemy. Ombehu and Ombegina so to Cuba by never say by China for base no person mu Cuba no intimi engine. And then yaba 48. I can see a public building of Roman architecture being hit by a meteor or a missile in France. The France, be see why I say Roman 40 be come see no something like a missile or a meteor. Only meteors say young crown. Oh, how about some be a two? Maybe it is as a meteor and as a missile be hit it. I don't know. Kesipa 2026. Yes. Then young 49. Me say a complete meltdown of the economy of the UK. Or more economy best airport or UK or Hema Krum. Or more economy in the port this year. To be a hobby and careful then it's every year. Now I say the UK Prime Minister no will go, but through a lot of chaos. The I say or more Prime Minister no begin so. Oba yenche biao. but starting 2026 you be in so yes you be in so your party is the Reform Party UK Reform Party no omo na be win when so small margin stars the kind of view and who that's me go can maka because I believe in the stars the stars and I say UK government be kwa Reform Party no and be win na the inti about when say there are so many politicians omo the Labour Party no mo omo nyina be change carpet akọ reform ho about reform now when with a small margin stars no they continue number 50 and they call 51 the stars no predicted say Joe Biden will leave us in 2026 and like I said I feel bad saying say obi bewu because obi ankwa no enkura ekwanyankopon but stars no they can say Joe Biden is going to leave us in 2026 52 say there will be rising of socialism in the US to call US say New York or mayor no or yeah Kermoni and also no a socialist even though a Democrat until Nebema socialism now US this year no be pajapa and they back of a lot of issues at the aba 53 say I can see the Republicans maintaining majority in the Senate you better about US this year almost Congress and then almost Senate no stars and say Republicans Trump party no on be maintaining majority Senate ho but Congress or the House or na Democrats no be lead e be sa e be ma Trump abre and so na wetumi manage the government and US in 2026 the yanko 54 and I say I predicted the fallout of President Trump and Elon Musk in 2025 which happened and the stars are saying they will come back together there will be a new partnership between them the 2025 and the stars and can say Trump and Elon Musk ombeko ampa is here stars and can say they will come back again a new partnership make so many deals together in 2026 and omakonda no ombesha say back and see at when I started saying something one as an individual because I'm a human no as I begin to ask myself how is it going to happen but we will be a winning stars in the way here the stars in the intro to whom be sana na wabeka number 56 the Canadian president will have a lot of backlash but he will still be in power you know a prime minister no Canada no he will still be in power but will bring a lot of problems 57 I can see 2026 will be the beginning of weakness of the Communist Party in China government in this year bring a lot of problems war China from 58 it will come to light that there's been major bribery from China to many world leaders 2026 about the news say we are almost every country China for bribe almost every country about one thing as a country be no like you say be abosin ya bribe say be munye say bribe you say be a loan and as be a grant bribe and kasa about daddy in 2026 58 say it will come to light that there has been major bribery from China to many world and 59 the Chinese president will leave in 2027 he will have a major transplant that will cause problems to his health there will be some controversy after the transplant maybe someone's organ was used I say it starts and I say Xi Jinping China for president or better transplant 2026 then what controversy be back I got to say transplant and say obi DNA amount there's a dependent president and your force will be you need the amount of bibisa Arabic news where we are seeing a big and 16 say a very senior official watch China so a military and as a security person would disappear umbekuno na the umbekuno say there will be a speculation say or tries will be you coup and no match in the kum ebisi wa China 2026 yaba number 61 I said there will be a collapse of something structure in China something like a great dam or a railway infrastructure so ko China bibi said dam kesi bi bepai and I say railway infrastructure kesi pa be bubu 2026 and I back on say Australia for best strengthen or more ties with the US and many a lot of deals are rare earth metals and agriculture no be home manufacturing all that and sister say there will be huge sum of money from the US to Australia because of rare earth metal deals I think say some bullet points be when I mean from mount okay me body because those 109
me pese e bagana de no
my memo last 2 be about worldcup no.
Okay.
I'm for worldcup until what is going to happen in the worldcup no.
No correct. Okay.
Yeah man who na. But when him say plane B at top B Malaysia for plane B. So beka omo plane B yira ya hu up to now. Stars and say you be who say plane no. Our Thailand 2026. Okay. Say Thailand be ensum baby say plane ho na kwete toy. And you know your number 77 no. And there will be a major earthquake. Our Turkey. The sea ba can be a 2 year no. Kese since I be this year. As I earthquake no be affected ko be affected even Iran ko be draw. And even India, Himalayans ho earthquake be si ho. Ebe ma nsuo yiri kese pa aba ho. And if we call US so earthquake be si ebe ba tun aba affected New York kra. Stars no and I can say. And then me try football be about football. But say me na me man for man do bit market that me hwehwem.
Bo for da ben na omo bon USA. US omo
bon US, Canada and Mexico.
Omo sha say da ben. Me dey board me ni sha da. And a dollar man o so ni jo. Emrante omo sha say da ben.
What happen da ben?
June. And US in so every.
And we say and if start the class work up the Mobono Mexico no. On benya problem the cartels no be ma bibi kese during the work up na Mexico.
Wow.
Yes. And there be a stars no e kan wa ha. In fact no be hu na ne kan edin. But it's okay. I was say Prince Charles, UK for president. I mean omo hene no. He will live this year. Yeah, sana stars na kan. The matter say the star predicts the demise of Prince or King Charles of the UK. That will cause many changes in the royal family. Until free more royal family, there be a lot of changes. Okay. We now make a number 90. And at the World Cup 2026, you know, we experience problems in Mexico.
Was it 11 June?
11 June, you know, the World Cup 2026 will experience problems in Mexico by the drug cartels to mess it up. And Argentina, Spain, and France, and about 3 football clubs are only be do so. Until finals no stars and they say the finals will be between Spain and Argentina will win.
Hey, that is a Canadian grammar. Hey,
yeah. So that's it. I mean about the football, no stars and Eka. And normally because I believe in the stars, I say that it is.
Okay.
The stars and they say. Argentina, Spain, and France. I'm gonna be number 1, number 2, number 3. Na finals, no. Argentina and Spain for the finals. And Argentina be the cup. That means Argentina the first. Na Spain to 2, na France to 3. 3. Sana stars, no.
Right. Ya bobo na wi. Na jana ya bobo na wi ntibule. Mo hweze ezia ende besi. Ai ebesi na ye nto aso. Ya ma Ghana.
So beka na me ka me bi say menya revelation be anora.
Okay.
Just from 2026 to 2030, the top 5 countries in the world then will be in a great war.
And to quoi? Okay.
The countries US, China, Russia, India, and Europe. And a year or 2 years ago, me can say stars when can be say 5,027 years ago. And to copy see any friend said the Battle of Kurukshetra. Now check it astrologically. I said enough planets positions in the year. The same thing will repeat in 2032. It means there's an case in the sea, something that looks like the Third World War, ABC 2032. But the revelation of Nana Jnana say from October 2027, something terrible is going to happen to the world.
That's next year.
Next year, 2027, October. But from this year, 2027, from this year to 2030, our world is not going to be in a good shape. 2028, 2029, something that happened in COVID time, we are saying restriction of movement.
COVID now.
It might not be a restricted movement. Lockdown, to come back. 28, 29, everything.
Yeah, try to.
Some of these things I tell who I can cry but you have to say be a month for me to focus. Until advice and man say from 2026 to 2030, the bit me is the normal and science will be a focus on. You need in our chemicals to say. It's swinging in polluted, even from a crying. and into no sa issue the chance say ekobana all these big countries chance omo ya nuclear weapon beti mabam
nti na office dey na ma ye nsu ane
Segalam say the can number 1 and after so konfu amu so a ye ndu e display enu no ma no so no and so chemicals and so enye
because they be am ma meta ka say nkan no na o fa mfichire kwa akote kontomre a e natural
ze wuntimi nya bi aduru nko a
o fa bibie ngu ti odi awode
first no ye do afu na wo share obekọ na mankan afifiri mu bebrebe ze bi mfifi bi nduro sa sa se nyina nti obi an try say obe eliminate toxin from the body kwan bi abefa so obe bia no o body no full of toxins and nti no ahwe na o body no toxins wo na se ntoka bi si na ye tu nuclear weapon bia o system na ho di nim nti try say obetimi eliminate toxin from your system. Number 2 gadgets te bi ekwa phone ekwa TV too much
phone dey
too much and it's actually destroying our system. And dependence on artificial intelligence and internet no. So within these 5 years no normal say we be no be hwe no ebeboa hwe entokwa sia it doesn't mean say we are seeing never be say because Ukraine need Russia for a contract then so still the nipa to na mboa okọ Russia nipa okọ Ukraine nipa even gas and ban na Israel for bomb every day people were living there. Nti kasa ntoka be sia bako di panteo and the kasa ntoka be doesn't mean say we are in the bound end but these are things that starts on it will happen. Some information me and run because the revelation no source on say a day actually thousands of years but every 500 years be almost an attribute. Some information no and I mean a lot but kakra me person met me am be why I can't even speak it out. Okay. These are some of the things that maybe say what here for no bit to me I then ahuno enti ma twa bibi kekere ba Ghana nti no na me koka me ko China am for say bibi atem ho am for trick and peace
mo vanche na wa na obo se duma first no
enya ze ngeto hwe
ni bra na na kobre wo no na ni esi ko ye ko na nti obo wa mo vanche
enya breketo wa me me nyina dry I don't want to be drinking water now but nti na me ka bibi say Ghana government, you know, may I suggest to say some of these things, you know, pay attention.
Yeah.
This year, Ghana be the because kind of starts from the beginning. The first part of the, inflation be okay. You see, Assembly cost ye government good policies, initiatives, and creativity. No, a bit more money to near the year. But from June going, you know, you better experience energy crisis. And this all doom so be in your experience, you know. Abandon to normal to see a year because you do June you been issue with our energy. To the mean say every cry on benya some spare power batteries be and be a bit to me boy they should start working on it now because stars and they say in the middle of 2026 Ghana will experience energy crisis. Until no more money merit. I would say you be saying a car it was 6 months from now. If the government want to do anything, they can do something about it. And so I'm destiny. You're 70% and 30%. 70% of these things won't even change it. But 30% you can do something about it. You see when we say, oh, you been energy issues, June more. Now you see how has all plan here. Obit Ukraine, no maybe a best support too. Did you make a dams need be issues or one? Over has said, your home maintenance near ye, or they train, sir, or pebble, no say about obit me and baby at the Ashim. And also Ghana, so you bring an issue with boundaries and the resources. I better be a making say be a Togo and say be a Ivory Coast and be a Burkina, you know, almost share border no. They will begin to demand say be a part of Ghana, but be your there. That kind of thing, and there be a resource to be where I end there. So the Ghana being issued with boundaries in 2026, and because number 1, a son, so dominance, aggression, any control, a person control for. Nti abamenya issues with nkofa no share boundaries nti aban na ni nkoho nti obeti ma bia ne Burkina for ba bia ne Togo for ba bia ne Ivory Coast for no aban na manya security nya pampe ho because stars na say benya issue that to do with boundaries and resources resources bia omo no more boundary they would demand say ade we end there and bia so the government have to be very very careful. This year farming will not help us as e ku adwuma no entimi produce no papa. From June corner, no matter pick it up. But from there all the way to June, no one say you quit Juma seminar, normal and go straightforward. So the government has not to the normal year. So the when we begin to lose some food stuffs to be a bit me find a bit me I might be a team.
And no, Nana, what I did be see.
I don't know, it's like in Suda tunnel and got to the way to talk. Time I expect no and talk. Time I expect not pass a idea. And in that every day, no.
Last year crazy, you had December more.
Yes, no sooner talk a hand. The time maybe here in Swankasano, Najai. Do you bring a bit me a shit? That kind of thing, the government and far, Nanin Kohono on 200 more. 200 more a bit me aboa. So I think say few when a bit my can fat Ghana, home go come because you be Anna. I have to send the
Benam no sooner.
Oh, yeah, man for baby yatem now, or be a kunya problem.
Be a quaquina, how be. Okay, Nana, Yambra was a wee yammy pa. On se ban semwa mupa na me ka bibiafa yes and then social media na say ya de ekoso na say ya sofu bia your friend ajagraja
yeah minimum online yeah face online
ba no me dem one on one yakobo live band na tony mo na yakobo live band amana sorry da e wo ko foridia na lady B ebe kaseti ano obedi na tem ye nyina social media ne ye wo so ewom se sofa jagraja wan colleague no sai wan ko kabi on
kan hwe enti ano
wan ko nim lady no but lady no sorry ye no de camera si nanim phone e na wodi na tem kasi
oh that's bad
enye enti okachen se o challenge no sofo no se oni tumi bia oni powers so o jidi so powers ha eni on share no but ono no mu ne back say nti sofo ajagraja
you don't speak like that
yes and so at the camera sin nim kese no ene ne yemu manyina ne busua o se nadamfo kra obefa fo na afra abaya no enso kra no obenya problem nana wadaroma eba ne se ya ne kwan so no ana senka obi a wo ye nwumdwuma de senka obi akase tia na wo so atwe camera si wanim na kwatumi nipa no wi a yemu manyina mimi su senka nkra ne de omo nka ho nipa na odi watem na wo so onji wundi no kebi anko ne na ye wo ne de but wakan de busu nyina ama na senkra wo de chat bi betre say lady no sister atro ama ne se opanacho se onfa nche omo mo de omo nka ho ni nua na akoka na asemo sofo ni nyomo fim na eye
the thing say so we sunsumuni a so hu ni say ukura bibia eso and you know you don't begin to fight with people just because they be o makaseti am edin kan na ababa wa na anya de say obi enkan obi nye bibi ntia na say de wo kan watwe afidi asi wanim na wadi ni paratem no antwa yi I mean say me fi say ajagraja yi ni nia ana e bia ne boyfriend na kuna na bi kan go bepe so ye ne busu ye ne e bi kan go bepe so if the fact say nipa no e bia wa ya ade bi ni wani so it doesn't warrant you say what the afidi bi si wanim say wo didi ni paratem ti abaya me nim ne de but wanya de me nim specifically de kodi asinti obeye but say they will can based on their working say nipa na mfom nya hwe na wa fa afidi asi wanim no e wrong etoso bi o no eye opanyin aya ajagraja no normally no I make say I am intend to two among for me my suggestions the my suggestion is say a situation like this you know it is all kind of no two enye bibia na abeso so no so ka to beso bibia so a when say we say your law be a operate you say every action will generate a reaction the obedie bia no obetwa nti obi a won fom no nya na hwe na wabetena bonten abedidi watem sam pass would need to me be cry would need hwe cry na law ne say the obeye bia no won nsunsan so nti obi mfom wo na wo ba bonten abeka nsematia no eno ankasa no won repercussion ewa abra even nipa na wanu akotia no enye hwe ntia wo ade ase the ampase ababa wano ebegina bonten ebeka nsem didi na temwa na ajagwaja ambi na no a sunsun mra na say nipa na mfom wo wa ba abonte abeye we ni ntino ubenya so twen sanate nti ajagwaja no being a spiritualist said o ka no he should understand this principle. Say me so a me ye sunsumni na obi aya ade afom me amantimi an hyem abufuo so a me so me begina bonten a me kese de no say fa me nsema me kan so na baba we kwa amane mu a e ya ade a me so madua ntine results no so baba me so
ebempa ajaguraja na
yes sana ba na tie che de me kan tie ase sisi ye kwafum na wodua pineapple na me kodua makwa afeso a me makotwa pineapple wo bakokoti mako. It's not possible because no say me ne jan le dua enti me so me pineapple bi no de wudua na benya nti ababa wa na ono wo mfom no ebi ka me kan wa de bi a wo ye na bubu ye ne tanti oba be di watem no wo mfom no kwan bi aso ono cha ase abedi di watem no sunsun mra na say odua dua ba bi say nua ba na odua no ehun sunsun so be ba ama na tie di okay ana wo so no wantimi ankosha wo ho so abufuo na wo so wo de kan se matia no nsensem na wo kan eba mu a wo so seed bi o seed also ni se wo ma obi ho kyere no nti wo so sa seed no eso a obeden wo betie di nti se wo pese ne mma na nasefo emra ebi si am wonya din yes o kan na abam ba wo so sa seed ni nti everything will come to you at the end of the day yes nti na nipa pese me ensa me ba social media me no obi anya bantada say I'm kind of beef no
beef
me nya bi da because I know myself
because me kwa me hu bi da
no me nya
say na ne dia akosoro paara me hu bi
me nya because you tell me say I know myself me kai say na man bi wo UK no your sofo papa me nim ne da o sada fa mi si ho be 6 months or so da bi obey na life bia no de me di na ye
onya ne wenzo
oni me ni no me say man boni din da anka sem bia da yem na so he say I don't see him on social media me ni baby o say until as a spiritualist no if you believe in yourself you trust in yourself na so be fomo na o wa bufu bi kura na o pese wo ya ade ma nipa ni hu say foma wo fom nti na wo bra ye mfa metena fidie so ne aye
nti na ebi mu kura ka say enye adwuma because you say omo bodua no so obi ye wade na wugina nenimu abodua na omo se enye adwuma but okotena se na wakoma ba fom na de obeka bia nipa na oye wade no ebenya no
obi aka sanya no correct
okay
see ye bodua the emotions and the feelings that follow the abono and the man ye adwuma
okay
nti nipa na waye na ade aha na ode ye ya ni pain ye na mu ho na obodua be ye adwuma okwa na wakoma kokodwo na obodua na kra na se abufu kra he da nimu a enye adwuma
okay
see ye bodua duabo say won fum obi a dua ntimi nyam I don't know maybe I didn't want to go there but I mean bibi kakra papa Jagraja I think say ebi a woni ma I just want to explain that I say say obi mfum wa uboni dua nya no so obi mfum wa uboni dua nya no because ubodua ye ka say duabo no ye di asem
okay
na ye di asem no I say ye court na ye di asem ho ye nim toro
na no
yes sumsum no ahemfo anim a ye kodi asem nti ye frɛ na obi abo ni nkuro wi se de wo ye nti wi meto nti obi mfom na obo ni dua nya no okay na emom se obi mfom a obetumi ato na duaku no
difference wo
nti duabo ani adutuo no a different thing adutuo se wa fom nipa no se onfom nipa no se wonni ahobamba obetumi akum but duabo de se nipa no mfom wa uboni dua enya no nti maame na mpa se wa fom no a being a spiritualist no unhia duabo o trase e wa bro bi ani no aka wonsem obenya nsunsanso but coming out there no obi an so obodua and I think say it doesn't befit him owodin wo Ghana hapa nti no so obetie me suggestion ya aja say me no nkasa da what I want to say is say owodin wo Ghana ha some of these things na aja man kora na nye so obi fumu say na wo bibi so oye bibi tia no a don't say it nti no baby ko a wogina ya na wo de Florida water ni go a wo kan sem no say camera and see so a say be adwuma today internet or the camera see so they ya kire say wo ye de agidin enye say bibi na pesa wo ye some pass o pese wo ya de tie obi a you don't need camera there
yes
you go there okusumu wo mo so mo na me somo obi abedima tem amenye ne hwe owi wa kan sisu se me wotumi amenye ne bibi se mo anye ne bibi bi amani begu ase nti on te wa no kasa wa beyi na no nti otewa na wa ma na ne ho yesa dododo na o se ana papa ya di me kan wa kwa bibi na wan kan na sa na ya di osunsumu ba be gina bonte na beto abonte now ye wa honhom ahodo a omoye adwuma wo wi ase ye wo the evil ones ye wo the good ones nti wo send the evil energy to go and attack this woman e bi kura na oba abonte be ye wi wo se nu ho poto se me hu yanka manye now no obenya favor wo good spirit anim the wo sman negative energy akono na good spirit am support no so e be share the one who ye wo di abon kura enya adwuma and in a situation like this now I will suggest to him say the make no aya mpanyifo say mintu omofo but me timi suggest say situation like this you don't even say anything about it oko interview almost say aja obi adi whatever say o say abisa me nka ho hwe dia sinisi ho a maja bibia say de besi bia de be hwe
no
simple na be gina bonte na be yesa one hwe ya de ba kwa wo ye ne say unhunu wadofo unhunu watamfo now everybody will be afraid of you nti o fom kwan kran ni pe ka no suro e ba sa na wanhunu watamfo wanhu wadofo as a spiritualist obeta amenam
na utufu ba
as a wanhunu watamfo wanhunu wadofo as a mystic no won sesa nipam na mo woda won ho so ba sa situation say obi bia obe curse no e bedu ba bi omo ben na ho omo mpe oyi mpo no they will be afraid to come out to show and one who are not to 2 years they are close to you they will be your downfall but we will be away approachable na bibi ni amuzo asuma se me kwakakran the person might approach you and tell you because say bibi anko yama ni bebobodu ya you will end up losing the knowledge of when I am a downfall when I am a dofo to omu nyina kan bom obi kura betimi a poison wo e wa ba na wadwe se ni pa na your dofo so no your downfall but enam say fana say bi amekan obi kura e ohun susu ya bi opeso hamo sunsumu there is no one single spiritualist ohun bibia no onye nyame enyankopon pen na only any limitation by nyina ye we limitation de me meti ade betimi ato me ba me yere me nua wa abrama hu because I'm not God what does it ade betimi ato me ochena wa abrama hu because opeso ohun bibia o tena se ne wa bisa ne wa hu wanini mbie 24/7 na ehu bibia osuntu because we ye nipa onye nyankopon nti na obi bia hia afotufo nti aja the American chiro na say we ye nipa kese wo Ghana ha I've seen a lot of videos on Ghana mpanyfu ehia ye bo abaso some of these things na ye German kra na nye and na ope ampase wo tumi a you don't need to come out to come and display to people nti obi za memeti we no because wo Ghana wo tumi a show bibi na me hade yes I mean bu medidi watama me ni aba me nka ho asem da the energies that follow me will start dealing with you. I don't need to come and react to it.
Yes.
Because you are not working alone. There are beings with you. So the beings know, say, the person will know. See, they are making, I don't know whether people are understanding. A mystic person does not fight for himself. No. Mamen ka se binchiro. Asem na chepa abrante bi ba me ho be se 10 years ni. Nti oba na obeka kire me say ne bra e wa buruchiri na ona asom ne bra na Ghana ha o si ne fie ona ye die nimu na ontua ne ka e na o promise ne say obeto anwaka mienu ama no na wasi fie e de ama no bra na ya afi onye biu e na oba me ho say opese me mboa no na ne bra na nto anwaka mienu no ma no na onsi fie ne ma no na oyema na oba beda ase na ye bom paye e na meye ho aje ne ma no me madwuma me nyisika ti no mani nyina no me de ma no nti ade ba kwa na ese ode tobo no ho ban protection e no pe no tuaka nti me wo mu a be se 2 weeks to 1 month e no frɛ me say ne bra no ato tipa truck no a wasa ni pictures nyina na wa shepo e ba nti okoyi a ode beba nti wo mu a no be ka kyerɛ me say tipa truck na ba but say me can say o ka say obeto 2 ne ba ko pe no de abaw ti o asa me ka be say 10 years na o kan na makai ne ba ne ka say obeto 2 no o de 2 ni nya ba de ntina ba ko pe na wato nam se ma ye ho mpa yebo nti wo de ba ko aba na ye hwe ani mu hwe e wo mu ana o san frɛ me say ne bra na ma na ko pe fie ato I was told the feed the man. Name him a cat tipper truck on the back.
Still not as open tipper.
This has not make a simple and mechanics are you. Send me promise me say about das near you. Me say umpo. A woman be say 2 months after all this now when you tipper truck back home. Was saying ya a few no. Me o ha na guy no be if you oba nipa me need na chi. Oba ya o say ade na me the man no. Anya adwuma. Nam say ade na you say nam say ade na anya adwuma say o ka say tipper truck me no or the back on e ba ya na fie. Enti ni sika na o de be to sa ade no. Me fa na ade ma no. As far me can you be ka say tro bi na me di. Nti wana na me say really saying wana me read them na me use kana me this kana man. Nti wana na nipa me no ba na me say mo he ebia na wanka asem na nkyere mu yi te ma me bia no oba me ha be 2 months ago no ka kire me say ne bra bia wasom no ne bra no wa aburuchuru ho koye wei sifie ma me oye ni nyina na bra na say obe promise say obe to tipper truck 2 ama no ana wa sifie ama no oba ye no me de ma ne kane ma ngi ni sika ade ba ko pe no tuaka ana o kire me say onya no ma ni nyina oba be da ase later friend me ka say ne bra to tipper truck ba ko wa ye fie ni di ama no the enti oba say ade amaya man anya adwuma ba gini sika ne say me kan say car o kan say cars 2 wonya ba ko nsemu na me ka omo say sanete nam sanete omo say ne bra wanya ade mani mu ho na wa ha say ne omo ko to say magimi me say me di machi a mo be support no so why dem ready na me gini sika na man no nti why na me ko try say din in fact asem ha me sad down my life me to what din na say me ho wo so me say enya he see na me kai sister nyamini say me ka say me ye jankoma de bia na bibia na me boa and the 2 weeks asa me kai me be fe no e ka chakra o papa panyimu pa o me de o me nchen ho 2 weeks ama car na onya e na car no ko hwe she ne fie ni she but I make e ka chakra or maybe he can come and comment okay fie ni she car na she the one day me wo ha na me ni fie be ba ya na say na ma he na nim so not ho ohun mi anokoto ye kwa na msem wura me ka na metuka ne pie oh me ka be si asem so we sunsumni na obi ya ade na hawa you don't need to come out there to come and tell people say me ko ye we atia no it means that one kasa wunji utumi ndi because to me no it operates in silence spirits doesn't operate in public they operate in silence and into paso ya ade ati obi no ye no he nanim nti me so wona me wasema ana me se me mpe wasema hu sanam say so me mpe wasema hu because the way I me obi am done it I am not here you will never know my mind you will never know my movement
and dangerous
very dangerous but I am a dangerous person wow no because the danger say be abone wo metim but say the metie no e be ya din say obi hu adwen wo metim about you no see as a spiritualist why do you have to come out there na onya ade no obi ya hu the man say nyankopon pese ogu wani mase a even though wo tumi wo tumi ne ye adwuma ba nyankopon se ya na afono me dodo me pese me gu wani mase de waka nyina me mane mbam na ya twen afe mi na emba ya then within papa bi wanya to ho so no yenye nyame o
because all the about social media
yes. See no matter how powerful you are onye nyame nti no ma bi wonim ye no yenye mfantu ye ho enti mesre waja we dey kotoyogu fom and say some of these things anyway German kra no wodin we Ghana hapa to the point say president be chiawo onim panyifo kasa no ani wo some of these things no nya about enya futu na me to a suggestion but I hope say one fan offense
oh obefa so for ajagraja obefa menim say obefa ai nana ye beko ye babe pon jumedi na yenhwe duma first
yeah
ai mo be chance ye ne mo a bo hu dewro ni ade na ye betena na ye ntimi anka ho asem enye I think say ye ne ye tiefo ne yahwefo ye ne wo mu end ni ye duma first ye de abawie ye
sure
nana e ko say
ya me da say edin kan no me pese me da omo mbe support ye no ase number 1 Sompa FM ene Sompa radio ne na pamf ene 21st clinic Chibu make say omo na ye the main sponsors of 2026 Eduma Festival enye say bi omo support ye keke o omo transmit bibia live all throughout the whole 3 days ni nyina 21st clinic kwara ba year free screening for 3 consecutive days free of charge you know almost until say we program nti 21st clinic ne Sompa TV ne Sompa radio ne da mu nyina ase mo CEO Terra 1 TV
Terra 1 TV so
so ka ho nti da mu nyina ase fa ye da ma se pa se mo ka ho na ma aduma fese ne ko se de ko ye no na bi mu no there were so many other sponsors you for omo be nkra na yini design Promasidon Promasidon ne then Trisco omo in fact wo be he nkra case zone bi omo ye o ha enya sem nkran ade no be ye wakura so no nti Promasidon for be da ma se TV be da ma se pa eno koda nchen a there were so many other sponsors so many G's I Care and many your Dam Delivery or your Eastbed Hotel, your Shilles Hotel, and many other. Minti mun kaiding na because me need listen no woman ha. Ye da mun nyina se mutum fa so amoboan. Na no ko wadan jenza meda me organizers na se. Omo badwuma basa wura de nyankopon no. No, I'm so blessed and so pleased to have them around. What do we do? Omo no ha I know. Say kaka no no ha.
Dollar man nka camera betimi aswecha. Ni ya organizers papa. Wow.
Trust me. Omo dwuma omo boy and they will tell me so do mesuya. Na omo some of them are not here but omo boy dwuma pa omo nda o. She me free akwantum ba Ghana 20th and 21st 22nd and me no me na call. They got for 26 December all the way to program na ya ba nkran 6 omina wabusuya for they have their wives and their whatever all these festive season nyina o ye wodu masuya na ekọ na yenda o at times ba ko da no ebi 1 ebi 2
na ye ba ye hu adwuma na moye
and you know team no me the team na se pa kese and I'm pleased I think that Nyankopon any so no ma bia makoma kwa me so he is giving me wonderful people around that so be bo amatimi facilitating no ma yefese ye and enoko da nchen so a team na wo dumasu ya no so ye do mu nyina ase and then your vendors omunya agide we mu say program ye ba ye nche yo the third edition nti me kwakwa je 10 me nuane akoyi kura na be koyi omunya fit we mu no omo say de omase na ye say de Nyankopon ase say omo de no ba mu obi atimi ton na ade enya mfaso ayi bi kura within 6 months ka onya 3 days obenya ni nyina ho nti ebedo mu nyina so ase and any other person be ane de oyeye ma okosunwan a there were so many media houses ho there was service radio no any other radio station omu nyina so ebobo ho dawu support to yen and then artist dey omo buy there were many but omo me bo mu din ye kwa ku smoke number 1 when they say number 2 I'm rather number 3 and family number 4 omo buy crowd no na massive it was so inspiring say kuro say dumasu ya atimi organize baby atisa in fact amanfo a omunim such programs omo say programs ye wo Ghana ha nyina during this festive season you know the ye wo dumasu ya no am say crowd sing program bia ti no ade bia be ka say e hye yinkran pa nti ye beda obi ase na ye ka say ye kukumponi ne ye besoa ye ko ye ni de ka de be ya de foforo be ya de fo de duma fasede ko yi kese only say na ye sponsors and kasa on be baso program we want to own it say be omo ye product say be ye nsan ye nsuo ye beverages no
next year on beba
yes omo mra on board and tell me here because one man tell me make dem me penny say example e bia asam kan bia say bela kwa
okay
o nsuo o nsan and o san wo beverage ka ho nti wo bisa wo ba on board ye nji any other company bia or yes no money bi enka ho now so we feka nyina just imagine if buy best 70 to 80,000 people say obi ase o to nsuo na obetima supply
ondimi
and sa woman ba ko say anajo 11 na nsan nyina asa ntina so ofre ba bi o to nsan wo sunyan
no omo de bre
na ya pon ni pa na pon e so mo de gu ka mu so ade bra no ade chere nyina asa me say na ade omo ton AC bi ton 25 series 20 series unya bi nom amanfo atake ya che omo hu de omo ye omo ho ne ho wo so sa 5 series 50 ada okoto because onya and anajo ni nyina no amanfo to indomidi omo to bankudi tilapia anya sanketo o and make I say baby aduma fasene ko no in the next 3-4 years no ho
yes
be ya de bi Ghana ha di panjintum nti se ye many team na kasa se nyame ya adoma yenya se February mu a pe no duma first 2027 no ye sha se ai den a planet nti obi bia na oye sponsor or person oba on board no ntem na waba me pen say ebenya sponsor obetimi a provide no ma ye hianya say bia wo nsuo wo nsan wo beverage ka ho eba na sa na ye showcase nkire o say wo market no ye be bie moto ba bia wo expected that meaning say there are so many festivals I amoko Duma fest no on say Duma sia kuro no me ye nkoso hene no ye wo control kakra wo kuro no ndi ema na say asem kana make bia company bi oton nsuo me bo bela kwa din because me nsuo ameno mana no
omokra Sompankra ye bo magnet bell beverages ye bo mo
bela kwa nsuo na ameno it's one of the best water in Ghana actually it's one of the best year or they check ehu the content acidity content na year or nsuo no akality na wo no is the best and the man say bela kwa ba ye betimi amaduma so akuro ni nyina within the period na ye be program no even stores kura na o ma ye vendor ya ma ye table no ho no o mu nyina be ton wo no ma ya na say ye ba be Duma first a month to the time no shop bia be to nsu on koto wo bela kwafo nko aho so be to beverage bia na koto ho open say koto bela kwa they will listen until at the end of the day no be who say within the short period no projection is very huge and one thing is say Duma so akuro no ebedu baabi no vendors no yentimi mfa ne bebrebe moro ye number na ye hia no so because at the end of the day no so nya baabi a obesisi ma vendors na ye yi ti nya sha ase na wo pese wo ba be vendor ni bia wa ma on board ntem ba na ye ma you don't blame us the right from February ya ni ye be ha to no ma so mo ba this year no ye ba mo say privilege no ntem mra ntem
nana me ntwa wa se bia ti se de ka se bell beverages bela kwafo ni obi pese or reach out to one
oh you bet me the number atudwa you bet me the number atudwa say be
business
yes say o bet me aba on board because me say e ade e ya makuru na timi adi nti obi bia aba no so benya faso ye nti me the bismarck number atudwa number na 0241 88 35 59 0241 88 35 59 Bismarck is one of the best organizer, trust me. They do baby no I'm for be yema nko.
Nti ebusia yesere mo number na ide atudwa no Duma first organizers no ba ko number nti wo ye company bi na wo pese wo be so yasene a wo be boa amadwumedi ne koso akonya ne da ho no mo betimi aba because ye de videos ne beto screen so wan kasa wo de hwe de course so e wo Duma festival no mo enya asem keto ane when the shape buy no na enti we che say obe sponsor program we ya won to sika entwene obenya mfaso bebre e de afri mu nana ye ba beko minim say wona si kwazo enti ye shada we still times ye ba beko wase mo twato
the american say afi na ye wura mu no number 1 na e rule the sun na e rule obi bia nya abotre na ye nya control over our aggression ade ba kwa manka this year painful wo din ebe fall into and we are here yes to say panikese bi ese oni akora bi akoda wakowie sika bibi like a lot of scandals abc this year because say we will be a son no control and son in rule na wonya ne the negative side na one of it na and we are here and I have aggression nti amanfo bebrebe benya bufu akoko kontokwa bebrebe kokko jele wo nsem hunu ho keke nti the American say you wura film no be anya very careful meme ya wiemfo ba yesu frantumago a oni apipra gro nti bibisa no obetoto no mayi na we very careful not try na ya adwumaden because this year no plan dey even Saturn ru kese pa Saturn so dey so obetimi adi yi adwumaden na bemu adi nti obi bia na obeye adwumaden this year no nipa ne bedi nti eya futu amedema afa na esi afufufrum bebrebe e wo more resolution faka ho should be hard working be humble na ya botre wo wankasa wo ho da ho so se le be ya onkonko fumo bi na akokonya asem na afa ne be kwa wi na bibia akoye ne yesen ahia bio ne ya danya nkopon ase thank you very much
yeda se ebusua for God and country ya ha na yede ni nyina ebesie ye ne Nana Ayebiafo Jnana ono dumesua nkoso hene Nana wo boy dwuma pa minim se watsenenka ane wonhu niama pa oye nano ada ye ne hia ye no obobo ne ni swade hunu e ma nukro no and I think say a good thing nti ye de besia say dollar man ene de ko Facebook no eso mesel dwumedie ubenye bi ahwe ewo Sompa FM live Sompa FM live ewo YouTube and afi Sompa TV Sompa your radio stations ni nyina ai ubenye bi eti sanso and 31 TV so o hweye ewo so midi ene obapa nana ya katre chimude market che ba kope nyame yadomo a ye besanswecha maka.
Thank you. Yeah, boy, you man.